an unusually large beast trailing behind the man, as if ready to attack at any time, so that the crowd of onlookers could not help but for the man pinch the sweat. But to the surprise of the beast was just quietly follow the man around, like a kitten lying on the ground to let the man caress. In this case, there will be many people curious about what the man is able to make the strong beast's behavior as a house cat. The man's name is Cody and the beast's name is Apollo, who looks more like a tiger but has the body of a lion, was born in 2013 at a sanctuary called the Myrtle Beach Safari Park in South Carolina, USA, and is now a huge animal that weighs a staggering 320 kilograms. Apollo's life was tragic because his father was a white lion and his mother was a white tiger, and he was crossbred by a selfish human intervention. Poor Apollo was not loved by his parents at birth and was abandoned on a lawn somewhere in the sanctuary. It is hard to imagine what kind of unimaginable misery Apollo would have gone through without parental protection. Luckily, Cody was patrolling the reserve and found the dying little Apollo. Looking at such a poor it is still waiting for feeding, Cody resolutely chose to take the life-threatening little Apollo home to feed. Initially, Cody treated Apollo as a feral cat cub, feeding and caring for him. However, as time goes by, Apollo grows up and Cody realizes that it is very different from an ordinary cat cub. Nevertheless, Cody still cares for Apollo, feeding him every 2 hours. Even though Cody's techniques are a bit clumsy, he still cares for Apollo without stinting, and Cody teases Apollo from time to time to play with him. For Apollo, Cody poured a lot of effort and attention. Through such care and attention, Apollo's physical condition gradually improved, and showed the lively and cute little animal after a long time. As the days went by, under Cody's loving care, Apollo grew in size and was no longer the depressed kitten he had been. However, Apollo's size compared to the usual wildcat is much larger, which makes him realize that the kitten in front of him is extraordinary. As expected, Cody went through a series of investigations and finally realized that the young Apollo was actually a lion-tiger beast. But this news makes Cody happy. Although at this time Apollo looks very cute and charming, but now it has been living beside humans for a long time. It has long lost its wildness, is not suitable for release in the wild. What is more worrying is that due to the Apollo was born by crossbreeding, the body is missing the gene that controls the growth of the body type, which means that the Apollo's body will continue to grow until the skeleton can't support this huge body, and eventually lost his life to the disease. Thinking of this, Cody couldn't help but feel sad for Apollo's tragic fate once again. But he didn't give up feeding Apollo because of its ultimate destiny, but made up his mind to keep Apollo by his side and give it unlimited love and joy in its limited life. In order for Apollo to feel happier, Cody tried to adjust Apollo's diet, helped him control his size, and spent many hours with him every day. Now Apollo in Cody's care in good health, limbs thick and strong, its fangs are bigger than an adult's finger. The body of the huge it walks on the side of Cody seems to be a moving wall. Surprisingly, Apollo's personality was very docile and approachable. In its body cannot be seen in the beast parents of the ferocious violence. Its character is more and more like a domesticated kitten. Apollo often to Cody pampered to ask for petting, feel comfortable and cozy, better to let out a dull purr. Cody carried Apollo around with him every day, inseparable. The tiny leash contrasted sharply with Apollo's massive frame, as if the leash would break if Apollo exerted the slightest force, yet Cody wasn't the least bit worried about that happening. He had enough trust in Apollo. Apollo's miserable life is gradually known by more and more people. Many people have come to care about this poor big cat. In the face of the good people close to talk to, Apollo can still maintain a docile and well-behaved. It will be very patient to follow them around, accompanied by their walks in the park. Listen to them to share their own stories. Sometimes, these kind-hearted people will also interact with him. Whether it is hand-feeding him or boldly stroking his head and feeding him milk, Apollo will not be angry and resistant. And every time he can be as good as a domestic cat, enjoying everyone's petting and hugging. The story between Cody and Apollo is becoming better known, and the deep bond between them has touched many people. Some say that it is a friendship that transcends race. Others say that it is a kind of selfless love for animals. In any case, the emotional bond between Cody and Apollo has been unbreakable. Although Apollo is a lion and tiger beast, under Cody's care, it has long become gentle and intimate. Even though Apollo had developed breathing difficulties, Cody would still try to make it live a happy and joyful life. He builds a spacious and comfortable residence for Apollo so that it can move around freely. He also prepares rich and varied food for it to ensure that it eats healthy and nutritious food. More importantly, he accompanies Apollo with his love and patience so that it can feel warmth and care. Although Apollo was destined to face health problems and uncertainty in life, he had an incomparably precious and happy time by Cody's side. The story of Cody and Apollo is perhaps just a microcosm of the countless relationships between animals and humans around the world. In this world, there are too many lives in need of love, warmth, and companionship. May every Apollo meet a guardian like Cody, and may every Apollo feel love and warmth. Well, the above is today's story. This video comes to an end. If you like, remember to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.